Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name's Elizabeth Nova and I do makeup, lifestyle and vlog videos. If you happen to enjoy any of these, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, as well as give this video a massive thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it and it would mean a lot to me. I do post somewhat regularly, somewhat not regularly, but I'm trying my best here, okay? I go to work. I know that's not an excuse, but it's been particularly tough lately. So I've had a rough week, if you will, and I thought, okay, what's gonna make me feel better? I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna film, I'm gonna do a nice makeup look, feel good about myself, and I'm gonna try new products that I've been delaying for a while. In today's video, I will mainly be using the products that I included in my previous haul. I'm going to include it right here, so check it out. And I'm gonna be mainly playing with products that I have never used before, and I'm going to tell you my opinion of them at the end of the video. So without any more rambling on my side, let's get on with this makeup therapy session and let's get on with the video. Okay, let's get on because I'm in desperate need of some makeup therapy. I'm going to be using the Morphe palette that I recently showed you guys in my haul. I'm really excited to try it out. I have not even swatched any of the shades, so I'm really excited to kind of see how it's gonna perform. I don't really know what I'm gonna do in terms of makeup. I'm just gonna, you know, play with it and see where we go. So I'm gonna be priming with some concealer first. This is the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer and it's in the shade light beige. I'm just going to prime my eye. I'm gonna be doing this eye first because I don't know what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna do the other eye off camera, the huge. So I'm just gonna take this brush. I don't know, I feel like doing something grungy today. Let's see where the colors would take us. Okay, this doesn't have a matte nude shade, so I'm just gonna grab my Maybelline Stay Matte Powder on a brush, and I'm just going to set this in place. What do you guys think? I'm kind of loving this hair. It's kind of my first time doing it and it's not perfect, so you know, let's see if it's gonna hold. It's definitely gonna hold because it's shit ton of hairspray, but you know, I feel like it's missing something. I might fix it later, we'll see. Okay, I wasn't sure what I was gonna do, so this is what I came up with in terms of eyeshadow, and now I'm gonna show you on this side how I did it. All right, let's do this. On my Morphe E23, I'm gonna grab this shade here, You're Cute, and I'm gonna use it as transition. And I'm gonna make sure to kind of drag it all the way over here to my inner corner. This will kind of deepen out the eye socket and it's gonna look like you have, I don't know what it's gonna do, it's just gonna look better, trust the process. And I'm just kind of, you know, focusing the shade, trying to deepen out this part right here so it looks a bit more contoured. And I'm kind of placing it mainly on the upper part of the lid. As you can see, I'm kind of leaving this part out and just kind of flicking it over here as well, taking it behind the brow. Honestly guys, I've had such a tough week that I feel like talking about it, then I don't feel like talking about it because it's gonna make me overthink, and you know, just kind of, this is basically my therapy over here. I'm sure we are all going through very difficult times. We have just been through a global pandemic and things are not as they used to be, but I've just kind of really struggled going back to work and getting used to having a normal routine every day. So it's been very difficult, not gonna lie. Now on my Morphe E22, I'm going to grab this shade over here, which is called Got Moves. And I'm just going to kind of deepen out the outer corner. This palette has a lot of fallout, as you can probably see over here. It usually doesn't bother me because I do my eyes first when I'm doing kind of a more dramatic look, but if you are someone who does their foundation first, I suggest you tap off your brush more before playing with these shadows, purely because you're gonna ruin your base. So I'm just kind of, you know, flicking and creating this kind of a shadow wing, as you can probably see on the side. So yeah, I woke up this morning, got some pretty crappy news, but you know, you have to remember that sometimes everything happens for a reason, and just have to pull yourself together and move on. I'm just gonna deepen out this part over here as well. But yeah, you just have to sometimes be your own teacher in life and kind of take everything with a grain of salt and learn to move on, because no one's gonna do it for you. Wow, that's a lot of kickback. Usually I don't really mind because I'm going to clean this up later, but yeah, as I said, if you're someone who does their base before their eyeshadow, I would suggest tapping off the brush more. Okay, I know it doesn't look great right now, but just trust the process is gonna look a lot better. Then I'm gonna go back to my Morphe E23 and pick up the transition shade that we first got. And I'm gonna kind of blend this out a little bit more. It's a bit more seamless, I would say. On a smaller blending brush, I'm gonna grab this deep plum shade right here and wing it on the outer corner. All in all, this palette is not too bad. I mean, if it wasn't for the fallout, I would be completely in love with it, but otherwise, as you can see, the colors are pretty good, so I don't really mind. I haven't worn a more dramatic look in so long. Honestly, I cannot even remember when was the last time I did an eye like that. It was probably, we were probably still in lockdown. This purple shade right here is definitely taking a little bit longer to blend out, so you really need to kind of take your time with it so you can make it look seamless. And yeah, the fallout is real. Next, I'm gonna go with the shade Just Teasing on my finger, and I'm going to pop it over here. I'm gonna wet my brush and pick it up just so I can intensify the color. And I'm kind of putting it halfway through the inner corner as well, but not all the way, because we're gonna use a different shade in the end there. I'm kind of attempting to do like a cut crease, but not really, because I'm not really cutting the crease, but I'm just kind of creating this halo moment on the eye. And then I'm just gonna blend this top part right here. Then I'm just gonna go back with this shade right here, Got Moves, and kind of blend this area right here, which is in between the purple and the shimmery shade. And slowly kind of drag it inwards, so it's a bit more defined. And then with the same brush, I'm grabbing that plum color again and slightly stamping it in that area over here. So, and also kind of flicking it outwards. I'm gonna go back with that shimmery shade and slightly intensify it, so it looks a bit more vibrant. And I'm just gonna grab a makeup wipe and wipe off all the fallout that we had. Okay, now that we have both looks, I'm just gonna do this eyeliner off camera and pop on a pair of lashes, and then I'll be right back. And by the way, I'm using the Firm McCann London Bay lashes in natural. If you guys remember, I mentioned these lashes in my previous makeup haul video, so I'm gonna test them today and let you know my thoughts. Guys, I think I found some of the best affordable eyelashes. Like, look at these, they're absolutely amazing, and I don't even have any mascara on, but look at this, so good. They're so wispy and flirty, and they went on so easily. Usually for me it takes ages to put on my lashes, but these were just so easy to put on. Like, I'm genuinely impressed. Literally, I bought these from Poundland, guys. Like, I don't even know how I got so lucky with these. Moving on, it's not very visible on camera, but my whole face is covered in glitter from the eyeshadow that I used on the lid, so I still cannot get rid of it. So the palette is kind of losing points with me for the moment. Let's see how long these eyeshadows last to the end of this video, and then I'll give you my final thoughts regarding that. For primer, I'm gonna grab my trusty e.l.f. Poreless Petite Primer. You can see I've kind of dug into this primer quite a bit, so I just grab some with my nail like so, just to keep it more sanitary, and I kind of dot it around the areas that I need to hide my pores, and then with my fingers I just kind of press it in. I did moisturize this morning, but now with that wipe I probably took everything away, so let's see how it's gonna look. And I do go over my nose as well and around my nostrils, just to make sure everything's primed and ready to go. If you're noticing a change in lighting, it's because I'm filming with just natural light from my window coming through. It's a really hot day today, and I had to close the windows because there's a lot of noise going on my street, so I had to close the window. So there's literally no airflow in this room, and if I turn on these hot bright lights, I might just melt here. So we're sticking to natural daylight for the moment. Hopefully this video is not going to take me ages to film, because if it gets dark and I had to turn these lights on, I'm gonna pray for myself. This isn't new in my collection, and we're trying new makeup right now, so I'm just gonna skip my foundation, and for concealer I'm gonna grab my trusty e.l.f. I'm gonna finish my base and set it with the Fit Me powder, and then I'm going to be right back testing new products with you guys. Okay, my base is now done. I'm just gonna add some lip gloss to my lips because they're feeling crusty. I'm gonna take the Kiko Lip Volume Plumping Effect Lip Cream, and it's the shade 0122 Rose, and I'm just gonna apply it to add some moisture. I showed this in my recent haul. If you haven't watched it, I'm gonna make sure to link it right here. Okay, now moving on to bronzer, I'm gonna grab this Kiko bronzer that was also from the haul. It's called Sicilian Notes Nourishing Bronzer, and it's in the shade number 2 Soft Marsala, and it comes with this beautiful packaging right here. Like, if this isn't bougie, I don't know what is. You know what I mean, like at an affordable price. And then I'm just gonna show you guys, this is what the bronzer looks like. It's a little bit more of like a cool tone, and it has this pop of blush in the middle, so let's try it out. I'm just gonna grab my MAC 135S brush. Oh wow, you guys, it smells amazing. It smells like chocolate and oranges. I think I might have found my new favorite bronzer. I'm just gonna bronze up this side of my face first, just so I can see the difference in how the bronzer performs, and so you guys can see it as well, of course. Is it me, or you can tell more on camera rather than in the mirror? You can definitely see more color on camera, But it's a beautiful color on camera, guys. Wow. Honestly, Kiko, I'm impressed. Like, this is one of the best bronzers I've tried recently. And you can see how much of a difference it makes. Like, this side looks a lot more contoured. Here, obviously, there's nothing but this side. Wow. And it looks so natural. It's not like this orangey brick type of shade. I really hate those type of bronzers. This is like a cool tone yet warm at the same time, and I think the blush is also adding a little bit of color to my face as well. Wow, I love this bronzer. Okay, I think I'm gonna turn the fan on because I cannot. Sorry if you guys can hear it, but I just have to. Okay, I'm just gonna contour my jawline as well. Gonna add on the ears, and then just gonna add some to the neck. Just gonna kind of take it into the eyeshadow as well. Okay, is it me or this looks amazing? Look at this side and look at this. Here's nothing. And then this side is so nice and glowing bronzed. I might have just found my new favorite bronzer. Okay, now that we're bronzed, we're gonna move on to highlighter, and I'm gonna grab this Kiko Butt Revolution 2-in-1 bronzer and highlighter. Now, I mentioned in my previous video that I didn't agree that this was called 2-in-1 bronzer, but you know, whatever. This is a stunning, beautiful highlight. I have not tried this on. I have swatched this and it looks stunning on my arm, but let me show you this. I haven't tried it on my face. You probably can't even tell, but let's try it on our face now. I'm just going to kind of lightly focus it on this area. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna pick up a little bit more. I'm kind of going in very lightly at first, purely because it's looking very, very blinding and I don't want to overdo it. You see that? Wow. Kiko's really upped their game, you guys. Like, I haven't consistently been using, you know, Kiko face products and stuff. I only have one bronzer from them that I really like, but they've upped their game. Like, props to them. Gonna add a little bit here and here. Okay, put the highlighter down. Okay. Wow. We are snatched. I probably seem like the most vain person in the world now, but I can't stop looking at my face. Okay. Blush. I'm gonna use some blush. Let me just find a blush, you guys. Would this be too bright? This is Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Parasail. I bought this a while ago, and as you can see, I've never really used it. I haven't even swatched it, so I'm curious. I'll try it. Let's see. Okay, lightly. It gives me some really nice color to my cheeks. I should really top this brush off more because it's really, really pigmented. Like, look at this. It's really pigmented, guys. A bit over my nose as well. Oh, well, that's too much. Just gonna go back with my foundation brush. And I'm kind of going over all the powders, just so they mesh together nicely and the look is not looking powdery. After all the powders and bronzers and highlighters, I think the eyes have kind of worn off a little bit, which is quite understandable because we're putting product on top. What I'm gonna do is, with my big blending brush, which is the Morphe E23. I'm gonna go back to that transition shade over here and just run it lightly on the inner part of the eye. Then I'm gonna go back to my Morphe E22 and I'm going to tap my brush into that shade over here, which is the deeper, oh, forgot to tap off. Wow, no. Okay, it's all good. It is all good. Okay, I might have just gone a bit overboard with that shade. Oh crap. Okay, we'll make it work. Don't forget to tap off. I'm just gonna deepen up this part as well. On a brush like this, which is called shader brush, I think. I mainly use these for my under eye because they're the most comfortable ones for me. I'm just grabbing the shade again and I'm gonna run it as close to my lash line as possible. I'm gonna go with these lip pencils from H&M. I'm just not too sure which one. I'm just gonna swatch them. And then for lips, I'm gonna go with this Makeup Revolution lip gloss in the shade Pieces. And I'm just gonna pop that on the center of my lips. Right, time for final thoughts on the new products. Morphe palette. The Morphe 18F palette. Can't say it's the best palette in the world. Is it affordable? Yes. Does it do a great job? Yes. Does it have pigmented eyeshadows? Yes. Does it have fallout? Yes. Having said that, I think this palette is great if you are a beginner. And I think you can create many looks using all the colors right here, because let's face it, this is a beautiful palette. You can do so much with it and it's at a great price point. It's easy to travel, it's very thin, very sleek. So if you are on a budget and you don't want to spend a lot of money on a high-end eyeshadow palette, I would highly suggest you pick this up. Do be careful with the fallout. As I mentioned in the video, it has a lot of fallout, but as long as you tap off the brush or you do your eyes before your foundation, you should be fine. So, you know, it's not bad. The Kiko Sicilian Notes bronzer in the shade Soft Marsala. I think I may have just found my new favorite bronzer. As you guys can see, it gives like a really nice contoured bronzy look, but it's not that disgusting red brickish shade. I think it's so beautiful, and the color here in the middle is really good idea. I mean, it's not like, it doesn't make a world of a difference, but I believe this is what gives the glow, because it's not a pinkish shade. It's kind of like a more like a highlightery glowy shade. It still has a little bit of pink into it, but I think this is what gives the glow. And of course the blush, pardon me, the bronzer is very nice and has more of like a cool tone to it. I love this. Oh, and the smell, oh, so good. The highlighter, you already know I love the highlighter. It's beautiful, and I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see, sorry I'm not flipping you off, but you probably see it better swatched here. It's a really gorgeous shade. And you know, the blush, yes, where did I put the blush? This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Parasail. Come on, don't play me like that. It's a gorgeous, beautiful, pinky corally shade, and it looks really nice. I might just put on some more. I'm just gonna get like a stippling brush. This is the perfect summery blush, and I don't know why I haven't used this before, but I'll definitely be using it more from now on. Lip liners, so far so good. I mean, it does the job. I mean, it's a lip liner, so I guess you can really tell how it performs after a few hours, after you've eaten and stuff like that, but the colors are really pretty. And for a pound, I mean, come on, for a pound. That means they're good. Just putting that out there. And then last but not least, the lip gloss. This wasn't included in my haul, but I haven't used this at all since I bought it, so I thought, okay, I'm just gonna give it a try because I think it will go really well with this look. I mean, it's pretty. It's not really a lip gloss. It's more of like a liquefied lipstick, if that makes sense. Like lipstick, but in a bottle. You get me? So I don't know, I think it's really nice. So far so good. It kind of slightly mattifies, so it's not, you know, that glossy, super glossy look. But I think it's perfect because it fits really nicely with the eye. So approved as well. So the only kind of thing that I wasn't 100% into was the palette, but again, I mean, you get what you pay for. I bought this on sale from Morphe.com. It was £9. I think the normal price is around, I don't know, I think it was something like 19 pounds. It was no more than 20 pounds anyway, but I mean, you get what you pay for, and I think for the price it's really nice. So this is the final look, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this makeup therapy session with me. I know I did, and I feel a lot better about myself right now. It has been a really tough week, and I feel like this always helps me to de-stress, to decompose, and kind of, you know, and always kind of brings me back to myself and takes me closer to art and what I'm really all about, basically. I've never been one of those, you know, genius kids that was amazing in math and had all of their shit figured out and together. I think that life is all about finding yourself, taking your time through life, and just, you know, trying new things and trying new experiences, and just all about really having fun. But yeah, I'm just gonna stop rambling now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a massive thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's free. People like free stuff. Subscribe. It's down here. Thank you. Follow me on all my social media, which will be put either here or here. I don't know yet. And yeah, I hope to see you on my next video. Bye.